Hello everyone, today we're looking at changes in families over time. So we're going to describe the family in different historical periods in the present day. On to next lesson, we're going to look at the relationship between children and adults and how that's changed over time. But we'll do that next lesson. So for the starter, can you please click on the link and write down what was the Industrial Revolution? Now, those of you that are good at history will know this already. But if you're not sure what it is, have a look at the clip. So firstly, looking at pre-industrial families, so before the Industrial Revolution happened, you've got two studies there, Parsons and Laslett. So what I'd like you to do, please, is firstly read Parsons' research and answer those two questions, then read Laslett's research. You'll notice that they don't agree over what family is the most common in pre-industrial Britain and why. So they're actually in debate with each other as to who is correct. For the challenge task, which piece of research do you think is more valid? So remember, validity is how accurate the research is. So who do you think has the most accurate research and why? So you might want to think about how they collected their research. Once you've done that, move on to industrialized families. So after the Industrial Revolution, again, you've got Parsons, and then you've got another sociologist, Anderson. Again, Parsons and Anderson disagree as to what families looked like after industrialization. So read Parsons' research and answer the two questions, and then read Anderson's research and answer the two questions. It's the same challenge, who is more valid and why? So here's just a summary of what the different sociologists say. So you've got Parsons here, who believes that in pre-industrialization, families were living in extended setups because they were living off the land. They needed lots of people to contribute to the running of the family. But then in industrialization, the sort of core members of the family moved away from the rural parts of the country to the cities to find work, and they had to live in smaller nuclear families, partly because space was limited, also because it's very expensive to live in cities, so you didn't need to have perhaps nan and granddad and pay for them too, so they lived in smaller nuclear families. On the other hand, you've got Laslett and Anderson, who disagree with Parsons. Laslett and Anderson say actually in pre-industrialization we lived in much smaller nuclear families and then became more extended after industrialization. And actually living in an extended family, they argued, was cheaper because everybody was sharing one household. Everyone would cram into one accommodation and could share bills. So as you can see, we can say that sociologists disagree on what family types were most popular in the past. So moving on to families today, the birth rate in the UK has fallen over the past 80 years. There are several reasons why women are having less children than in the past. I've put some pictures there that might give you clues as to why women are having less children. And there's an article there that you might want to click on to also give you some clues as to why women are having less children, why family sizes are getting smaller and shrinking. That's all for today's lesson. So if you could just send over your work by Friday, that would be great. Thanks. Bye.